This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Czy znowu będzie jakieś kurne czytanie, że po prostu mi to przewinie? Zobaczmy, co się stanie.
I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
Możemy to po prostu przewinąć, proszę? Dobra, nie chcę się tego czytać, naprawdę. I breath I stand with death and resist the urge to loud, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been at this fresh hell? No, zdecydowanie będzie to na pewno bardzo ekscytujący segment. Not gonna lie. My box, my prison is stuck at beneath stride in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of funeral degree that plays without end. Life has no place here, wind is forgotten friend, I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone comes out of my prison, anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, my savior. I claw at the door of my jail and body fix splinters under my ragged nails. Kurwa, naprawdę nie chcę się tego czytać na głos, dobra, pierdolę to. Dobra, mniejsza. I scream for help, I laugh, I sob. Surely this is a product of my adlet mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sounds of a lock being torn out and falling to the door. As the door slowly cracked open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I'm Grimoire Wise, this is Edwin. Long have we been searching for you. Now, come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. Arise! We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one knows as Edwin extends his hands and pull me from the cell. Thought my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were no such a terrible storm of said Grimoire Wise. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment with a delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. That long forgotten friends made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entails of a giant. I squint down the dream corridors and proceed north. Okay. At the end of corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop of carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of grey matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my favor, I think I see the outlines of the door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpse, I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror drowns full upon me. Someone has spilled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whatever they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether screams or laughter, I cannot be certain that my mind grants me. Merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving the most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. Jak pójdziemy na południe, to się po prostu cofniemy, więc dobra, niech będzie ten wschód. I squint down the dreams corridor. Południe? Nie znam, tam była północ czy południe, już nawet nie zwróciłem uwagi. Tędy? I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort, water growed red carpet squished beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remnants of fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a diner quest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made home in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once planned feast was nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking head, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung from their mouth. My mind grasped fascinatingly at the possibility that the souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Thought it runs, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridors i dalej północ? Against all hope we make it to the front door. Break it down, someone cries, and I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Edwin and Grim are wise, I slam my body against the fixed sturdy door. On the third try it gives away and we find ourselves sprawled to the ground outside the castle. The storm in this retreat, the clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cried as tears joined the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly noticed that my dress is in tatters and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Ask Wise. Then you are a woman, madame? I am. I prefer the two of smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one knows as Edwin is disappointment that the torn desk will be given no further descriptions, but he hides it well. Czemu robią z nas jakiegoś zboka albo coś takiego? Halo! With a note and a shrug, the three of us set through our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle windows shatter with a mighty roar, a fresh breeze blows through the hallway and corridors, clearing the smoke away from good. As we watch it away, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to end through in front of the broken windows. The castles that have awakened to their new life as shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Thank you so much for saving me. I never want to have a dream like that again.
Okej, ale not gonna lie, nie był to jakoś specjalnie skomplikowany labirynt.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Mam nadzieję, że to będzie kurna ostatnia osoba, bo naprawdę nie chce mi się dalej przełazić przez te ściany tekstu. Na litość kurna boską. Ile można? Ja się kurna nie pisałem na jakąś visual novelę. To kurna, to jest zwykła nowela, to nawet nie ma visual noveli. Tu się nic nie wyświetla. To po prostu jest ściana tekstu na czarnym tle. God fucking damn it.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
Okej, dobra, co nas czeka tutaj? A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scrapping against the sky. Weiss and Edwin had never seen such a sight. And their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
As Weiss considered this answer, the sun beat down them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
He said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Edwin nodded and whipped the sweat of his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The unset road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid these materials down over their home. The heat reflected from the road made Edwin lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Weiss tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke, he said? No, no joke. This road leads us the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Edwin glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, Edwin's feet grew more painful and his throat dried than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own sense. We are definitely getting closer, head-wise, in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Edwin lifted his gaze. Suddenly he stopped walking, choosing instead of to stand in the middle of the road, with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. "Water!" he cried. "It's water!" "Water?" asked Wise. Preposterous, I don't see any water. "Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflected of it." No pięknie, jeszcze mamy kurde jakieś zwidy, tego nam tylko brakowało. Without waiting for a response, Edwin sprang to life and bounded towards the side. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but a sand in every direction. Edwin closed his eyes and sighed as Wise floated up behind him and chuckled softly. "I believe this is known as a mirage," he said. "Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things." Edwin shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. "Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there!" Edwin sprinted off again, leaving Wise with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Edwin came to a halt. I could sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue, shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shot, he bounded off its search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Waze finally floated up to Edwin and struck him in the face with his comb. Kurde, chciałbym to zobaczyć, jak to wyglądało. Takie leci obok ciebie taka książka, na takie robi flip i prosto w twarz ci wpierdala. Jezus Maria, inaczej sobie tego nie wyobrażam. Enough, you bitter idiot. Stop this at once. There is no water here! Edwin face closed. There isn't? There is not. And perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Wise paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slight kinder tone. However, I suppose this made cheese was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. Edwin looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They're huge!" cried Edwin, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big!" Each sculpture was formed from a road the same shape, a tall cutlet that stretched up toward the sky, but that is where the similators ended. Most were covered with panels of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seems to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. "What kind of city is this?" said Edwin. Where are the people? Where are the houses?" Perhaps the land is instead exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron created with wheels sat silent on steel rails, beautifully carved works with lightly of red, amber and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was struggling. Unable to find a them of purpose to the abstract works around them, Edwin and Wise eventually fell silent. Jesus fucking Christ. Do czego to zmierza? Długo to jeszcze będzie trwało? Jesus fucking Christ! On the outskirts of the city, they discovered the three sculptures in the shapes of humans. Edwin noted a sight of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The free status was indistinguishable except for a single word chased into their right arms. One read alpha, one read beta, and one final one read gamma. As Edwin moved to touch the nearest statue, a beard flew from the top of one of the sculptures, alligating on the statue's shoulders. It emitted a brief, beautiful song that sounds took the form from the words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false one will only speak lies. Without the birth departed as it on cue. The three statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Edwin. They're alive! The triplets bowed low before Edwin. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me on out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Edwin and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake, you know. I am the real one. What a lot of crap, said Gamma. Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I am the only real one around here. The respective pleas given the three statues returned to their frozen states as silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider all this statement, only one of them could be the real thing, said Wise. Edwin furrowed his eyebrow and considered his answer. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, the false ones will only speak lies. A niby na jakiej podstawie możemy stwierdzić, który jest kurwa prawdziwy? Nie wiem, nie możemy zadać im zagadki, na przykład ile to 2 plus 2? Skoro fałszywki kłamią, no to powiedzą inną odpowiedź aniżeli kurwa 4! To byłoby najprostsze! Edwin took a long look at the statue and tried to clear his mind. One of outsiders of the city, they discovers three sculptures in the shape of human and interred the side of river as them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. Dobra, zaraz, jeszcze raz. You have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying. Alpha's a fake, you know, I am the real one. Dobra, i tak to jest oczywiste, że raczej nie możemy podać złej odpowiedzi, prędzej czy później tak po prostu trafię odpowiednią. Ale jestem kurwa ciekawy, jakby to rozwiązać. You have to get me out of this nightmare, I am real. Dobra, więc Alfa wie, że to jest koszmar. Więc kinda w teorii powinien to być prawdziwy. Gamma raczej odpada. Bo Gamma mówi, że wszyscy wiedzą, że ja jestem prawdziwy, więc w teorii to powinno być kłamstwo, ponieważ my nie wiemy, który jest prawdziwy. Ale nie wiem, czy to tak można by to rozumieć. Dobra, chuj, nieważne. Wybieram Alfę i zobaczę. Będę leciał po kolei, zobaczymy w końcu, na którego trafię. Dobra, Alfa. The status shone with eerie lights. The light grew stronger and stronger until Edwin and Wise were forced to turn away.
It would seem we failed.
Yeah,
We'd best act more carefully next time.
this is the worst job ever.
A, czyli to nie był Alfa.
Another victim.
Czy to będzie w ogóle ten sam sen, czy teraz będzie coś...
And I have my
Czy teraz będzie to coś zupełnie innego?
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Dobra, przewidźmy to wszystko, bo to jest, z tego co widzę, to jest dokładnie ten sam sen. Dobra. Jeszcze raz. Ale tak, to be fair, ja absolutnie nie jestem w stanie stwierdzić, na jakiej podstawie można by to jakoś sensownie rozwiązać. You have to get me out of this nightmare, I am real. Alpha is a fake, you know I am the real one. Beta is a fake, everyone knows I am the only real one around here. Dobra, nie wiem. Spróbujmy teraz beta. Told Edwin voiced a betrayed and rebel lack of confidence. He was relieved to see Wise nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, Began Wise dried of the truth, Beta and Gamma would be fake. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now, let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth that makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with Stutatus telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real. Nie wiem, kurna, jak miałbym to na własną rękę, kurwa, ogarnąć sensownie, ale no dobra, niech będzie. As Wise finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma scrambled suddenly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villager, said Wise in a cheerful voice. The time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knee and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable Edwin pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Wise. Have you been to this city before? The villager slowly looked around the bizarre object and sculptures that dotted the landscapes, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Edwin, just like the mayor. The vast sense of unease that struck Edwin during the mayor dream spread and once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling
Popieram.
me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Dobra, not gonna lie, moim zdaniem, czysto moim zdaniem, ostatnia zagadka była bez sensu, ponieważ wygląda trochę na takiej zasadzie, że albo jesteś osobą, która jakoś siedzi w tych zagadkach i dla kogoś takiego rozwiązania takiej zagadki jest banalnie proste i to jest takie rozkminianie na zasadzie, że no dobra, jeśli ten mówi prawdę, to ten kłamie, to skoro ten kłamie, to ten musi mówić prawdę, a zatem skoro ci dwaj kłamią, to ten musi mówić prawdę, a skoro ten mówi prawdę, to ten kłamie, etc., etc., etc. Druga opcja jest taka, że to po prostu zagadki są na zasadzie takiej, że no każdy zna te zagadki gdzieś tam w świecie, gdzieś one były kiedyś tam poruszane, gdzieś tam w jakimś programie, nie programie, w telewizji, w internecie, nie w internecie, więc na pewno każdy zna odpowiedź na tą zagadkę. Trzecia jest to zrobione na zasadzie, a klikaj coś, może ci się uda trafić. Moim zdaniem powinno być to zrobione na zasadzie takiej, że masz to powiedziane, że jedna osoba mówi prawdę, dwie osoby kłamią i masz na przykład wybór, że musisz zadać pytanie, które najlepiej sprawi, że będziesz w stanie odpowiedzieć na to pytanie. Tak jak powiedziałem, po prostu to jest pytanie na przykład, dobra, ile to 2 plus 2? I oni odpowiadają 4, 15, 22. Mówię to przykładowo, to jest oczywiście super proste pytanie, na które można tak po prostu odpowiedzieć i od razu znać zagadkę, ale powiedzmy jakąś taką, dajcie jakąś zagadkę, którą musiałbyś sam wiedzieć, co to jest i musiałbyś na podstawie tego jakbyś to rozwiązać. Ja na zasadzie takiej, że to jest takie rozkminianie typu, jeśli ten kłamie, a ten nie kłamie, bo ten kłamie, a ten mówi prawdę, bo ten nie mówi prawdy, to jest takie no trochę o kant dupy potłuc, moim zdaniem. Taka jest moja opinia. Trzecia zagadka była chujowa. Albo nie, cała ta sekwencja kurwa z czytaniem tego wszystkiego to było takie kurwa głupie. Kurwa, grasz w grę, żeby czytać tekst na ekranie. No ja pierdolę. Pół godziny czytania tekstu na czarnym tle.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
O, mieczur.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Oh boy. Najgłupsza sekwencja w grach, jaką kiedykolwiek widziałem. Autentycznie.